Hades ruled the dead, so history made him a villain. But here's the truth Greek mythology never tells you. Hades wasn't cruel. He wasn't evil. And he wasn't the god people feared most. He was the god who followed the rules. After the Titans fell, the world was divided among the three great sons of Cronus. Zeus, the youngest, took the sky, becoming king of the gods. Poseidon, the middle brother, claimed the sea, his moods controlling the waves. And Hades drew the underworld. It's often portrayed as a punishment, like he lost some cosmic lottery. But that's not the full story. It wasn't a punishment, it was a responsibility. Someone had to rule the souls of the dead to maintain the final, irreversible order of the cosmos. And once Hades descended into his gloomy kingdom, he almost never left. While his brothers meddled in the affairs of mortals and gods on Olympus, Hades remained in the shadows, dutifully managing the one place everyone, eventually, had to go. He accepted his role without complaint, a king in a realm of silence and shades. He wasn't an outcast, he was a gatekeeper, the final stop in the journey of life. Now, let's clear something up. The underworld wasn't hell. It wasn't a pit of endless, uncontrolled suffering. It was a structured, organized kingdom. When a soul arrived, it was judged based on the life it had lived. It was a system of justice, not cruelty. If you were a hero, someone who lived a virtuous and extraordinary life, you went to Elysium, a paradise of eternal bliss. Think of it as the ultimate reward. If you lived an ordinary life, neither exceptionally good nor bad, you went to the Asphodel Meadows. It was a neutral place, a shadowy existence without joy but also without pain. And then there was Tartarus. This was the true pit, reserved for the absolute worst of monsters, the Titans, and mortals who committed unspeakable crimes against the gods and humanity. Hades didn't decide who suffered. He wasn't a tormentor, gleefully punishing souls. He was a warden, a judge, an enforcer of balance. He ensured that everyone got what they deserved. Nothing more, nothing less. So if he wasn't torturing souls, why did everyone fear him so much? It's simple. Hades didn't punish the living for minor mistakes. He punished those who tried to break the fundamental laws of the universe. His domain was death, and the finality of death was a law he guarded fiercely. Did you try to cheat death? He would find you and drag you back. Sisyphus, the king who tricked death twice, was condemned to roll a boulder uphill for eternity. Hades was the one who enforced that punishment. Did you try to escape your fate? He corrected it. The gods themselves, powerful as they were, feared him for this very reason. Because while Zeus could be swayed by a pretty face and Poseidon could be calmed with a sacrifice, Hades never bent the rules. For anyone, his justice was absolute and inescapable. He represented an end that no one, not even a god, could talk their way out of. And this brings us to the most misunderstood myth of all, Hades in Persephone's tale. The common version paints Hades as a kidnapper who dragged an unwilling goddess into his dark realm. But that's a dramatic oversimplification. Yes, Persephone entered the underworld against her will initially. But she didn't just remain a prisoner. She ate the pomegranate seeds, an act that, in ancient Greece, symbolized a binding agreement, a choice. And when Persephone became queen, the underworld itself changed. It was no longer just a kingdom of the dead. Hades ruled death, the end of all things. But Persephone, who returned to the surface each spring, ruled renewal and rebirth. Together, they created a powerful duality. They weren't just king and captive. They were a royal couple who governed the complete cycle of life and death. Their union maintained a cosmic balance far more profound than the simple story of an abduction would have you believe. This unwavering commitment to order is exactly why Hades was feared by the other gods. Think about it. Zeus broke rules constantly. He had affairs, lied, and manipulated mortals for his own amusement. Poseidon was a god of pure emotion, his rage causing earthquakes and his favor bringing calm seas. Hades did neither. He stayed in his realm. He never sought more power. He never tried to overthrow Zeus. He never cheated on his wife. He never meddled on Olympus. And in a world run by impulsive, chaotic deities, a god who is predictable, logical, and unbreakably committed to the rules is genuinely terrifying, because chaos can be fought. Emotion can be reasoned with, but absolute, unyielding order, that is a force you cannot bend. It's more intimidating than any random act of fury. In all of Greek mythology, Hades stands alone. He's the god who never betrayed his role. He never participated in the petty squabbles of Olympus. He never chased power or glory. He didn't abuse his authority to get what he wanted. He simply did the job that no one else would, the job that everyone else feared. And for that, he accepted eternal isolation. While the other gods feasted and celebrated, he presided over a silent kingdom of shades. He was the lonely king, the necessary darkness that gave light its meaning. His story isn't one of villainy. It's one of immense sacrifice and unwavering duty. He was the anchor that kept the cosmos from drifting into chaos, the one constant in a world of variables. So, when you think about it, Hades was never the villain. He was the opposite. He didn't rule through fear. He ruled through law. He wasn't evil. He was just misunderstood. In the rich world of Greek mythology, we often mistake darkness for malevolence. But sometimes, the gods who look the most intimidating, the ones who dwell in the shadows, are the ones holding everything together. They are the ones who understand that for there to be life, there must be death. For there to be justice, there must be consequences. And for there to be ordered, someone has to be willing to enforce it, no matter the personal cost. If you enjoy looking at mythology from a new perspective and realize it is much deeper than just good versus evil, make sure to subscribe. We have many more stories to share that reveal what the gods were really like, beyond the myths you think you know. Thanks for watching.